Hey guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Carly Chanel. Carly and several other people sent me this crazy story, and it's coming out of Arizona. So anyways, what happened is that there's a 65-year-old woman. Her name is Rosemary Vogel. And what happened is that her husband is 66 years old. His name is Phillip Vogel, and he had to undergo heart surgery. So he was sick. He was recuperating. This was a very serious surgery. And instead of her being a caring, loving wife, making sure that her husband is okay, being there with him through sickness and in health, this bitch decides to inject fecal matter. She took a shit in her purse or somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if this bitch had a bag of shit or what, but somehow she took some shit that she had earlier that day. She put it in her husband's IV, and thank goodness that a nurse spotted it before it was injected into his heart. This whole situation is sick. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and I will come back with the rest of my commentary.
Shocking, and I mean really shocking accusation of attempted murder. Police say a woman tried to kill her husband by contaminating his IV. And even worse, as Christine Harrington explains, it's how she tried to contaminate it. Christine, I really could not believe this story when I heard it in the newsroom.
Even officers are stunned, Carrie, and Chandler police tell us that when they arrested Rosemary Vogel, that she was found with 3 syringes in her purse. And police tell us they believe she used at least one of those to inject fecal matter in her husband's IV.
This is the first that I've heard where fecal matter has been injected into an IV system.
But Chandler police say this woman, 65-year-old Rosemary Vogel, a registered nurse who at one time worked here at Chandler Regional Hospital, allegedly attempted to kill her husband Thursday by injecting fecal matter into his IV. Lucky for Mr. Vogel, police say the alarm on the medical equipment sounded.
When that alarm sounded, staff members came in to check. They saw her doing something with the IV. They weren't sure what. They immediately looked at it. They saw a brown fluid in there. The nurse immediately pulled that IV.
The nurse reportedly went for help, and when hospital staff returned, police say
there's a point where Mrs. Vogel tries to throw that item in the garbage, or at least, destroy that evidence in some way.
Police say the Chandler Regional Hospital lab tested the brown fluid, which was determined to be fecal matter. And
as we are searching her and looking through her purse, subsequent to that arrest, we find 3 more syringes.
Tonight, Rosemary Vogel remains behind bars, while her husband...
This man remains in the hospital. He's in a recovery process, not only from his medical procedure, but from this attempt on his life.
Tonight, Rosemary Vogel faces a couple felony counts, including attempted first-degree murder and abuse. Back to you.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip, and I think the scariest thing of all is that this woman is a nurse. So as a nurse, she should know that if you tamper with the machine, the noises could go off, somebody could spot it. But for her to still be willing to take that risk to kill her husband, I say, one, they need to check and see if he has a huge life insurance policy. Because a lot of times when old women go about trying to kill their husbands, it's because they're trying to do it for the life insurance policy. Second, they need to look into this woman's background. Because for this deranged bitch to be a nurse, who's to say that this is the first time that she's ever done this? As you guys know, I'm battling a chronic illness. There's times where I've been in the hospital. I've had to be on an IV drip and everything else. IVs are no joke. They go straight into your bloodstream. And who's to say that this sick bitch hasn't put other stuff in other people's IVs? They need to look into her background and see if she has any disciplinary actions or anything like that, because this whole situation is scary. When a nurse would do this to their own husband, what's to say that she wouldn't do this to a patient that she doesn't know from a can of paint? This deranged bitch needs to be locked up for the rest of her life. This is just crazy. This man has just gotten out of heart surgery. Thank God he made it. Heart surgery is very serious. He could have died. And then to know that the wife tried to kill him, that's enough to give this man another heart attack. This whole situation makes no damn sense. Anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this whole crazy situation. Let me know how you feel about this deranged bitch. And do you feel like they need to check further into her background, because this woman is a nurse? I think that they need to take this seriously, and I do not feel that this is the first time that she's done that. So let me know your thoughts. All right, deuces.